Chosen one, before you scroll away, take one deep moment to listen, because this message may answer the question you've been asking God in silence for a long time. You've been trying to understand why certain people disappeared from your life, why relationships ended, why opportunities slipped through your fingers, why doors that once seemed to open suddenly closed. You replayed every conversation, you blamed yourself, you wondered if you had made a mistake that ruined everything, and late at night, you whispered, "God, why did you let it happen?" Today, God answers, "Because you were chasing something I never intended you to keep." Chosen one, some of the hardest prayers you'll ever pray are the ones God answers with no. Not because He wants to hurt you, but because He sees what you cannot. You only saw today. He saw 10 years from now. You only saw your feelings. He saw your future. You only saw an open door. He saw what was waiting behind it. That is why He sometimes closes the very door you've been begging Him to open, because His protection often feels like rejection. Chosen one, think about the times you begged God to save a relationship. You cried, you fasted, you prayed, yet the relationship still ended. At that moment, it felt like heaven was silent. But now, looking back, can you see how much pain God actually saved you from? Sometimes the blessing isn't what God gives. Sometimes the blessing is what He removes. Chosen one, God says, "Stop mourning what I rescued you from." Not every closed door is a loss. Some closed doors are acts of mercy. Not every goodbye is punishment. Some goodbyes are divine protection. Not every delay is failure. Some delays are preparing you for something greater. Chosen one, the enemy wants you to keep staring at what you've lost, because if you're always looking backward, you'll never notice the new door opening in front of you. How many opportunities have you missed simply because you were still grieving the old ones? How many blessings passed by because your hands were too full of yesterday? God says, "You cannot receive what I'm sending while you're still holding on to what I've removed." Chosen one, there is a reason the windshield of a car is larger than the rearview mirror. You're meant to spend more time looking ahead than looking behind. Your past may explain you, but it does not define you. Your mistakes may have shaped you, but they do not determine your destiny. Your future is still being written, and God is the author. Chosen one, have you noticed something? Every season that almost broke you also changed you. The betrayal taught discernment. The loneliness taught dependence on God. The rejection taught confidence that doesn't rely on people. The waiting taught patience. You asked God to remove the pain. Instead, He used the pain to build the person you were becoming. That transformation is worth more than anything you lost. Chosen one, God says, "I never removed something good without preparing something better." That's difficult to believe while you're hurting. But think about Joseph. If he had stayed comfortably at home, he never would have reached the palace. Think about Ruth. If she had never experienced loss, she would have never met Boaz. Think about Peter. After every failure, Jesus didn't discard him. He restored him again and again. Scripture reminds us that endings often become the beginning of God's greatest work. Chosen one, perhaps the reason you're still waiting is because you're still asking God to restore something He intentionally ended. Today, release it. Release the disappointment. Release the bitterness. Release the unanswered questions. Release the people who chose to leave, because your future cannot fully arrive until your heart lets go of the past. Chosen one, God has not forgotten you. He has not delayed your purpose. He has not canceled your calling. He has simply been preparing something so much greater that what you lost will one day seem small compared to what He provides. And when that day comes, you'll understand why heaven kept saying, "Not that, because I have something better." Chosen one, if you're still here, then perhaps God is asking you to hear one truth that could completely change the direction of your life. He says, the reason you can't see what's ahead is because you're still staring at what I've already taken away. For so long, you've prayed for restoration, but maybe you've been praying for the wrong restoration. You've asked God to restore old relationships, old opportunities, old dreams, old versions of yourself. Yet God says, I never promised to restore your past. I promised to give you a future filled with hope. Chosen one. Sometimes we become so attached to what was that we completely miss what God is doing now. Think about the Israelites. God delivered them from Egypt. Yet even after witnessing miracles, they kept looking back. They remembered Egypt more than the promised land. They missed the future because they were emotionally trapped in the past. Don't make the same mistake. The season behind you cannot compare with the season ahead of you. Chosen one. Have you noticed how God often removes things gradually? He doesn't always explain. He doesn't always give immediate answers. Sometimes, He simply asks you to trust Him. You may not understand every goodbye. You may not understand every disappointment. But one day, you'll realize those painful moments were guiding you toward the very life you had been praying for. God was never taking away your joy. He was removing counterfeit joy to make room for lasting peace. Chosen one. God says, what left your life could not carry your destiny. Read that again. The people who walked away could not carry your future. The opportunity you lost could not fulfill your purpose. The relationship that ended could not support the calling I placed upon your life. You thought you were losing something valuable, but heaven knew it was too small for where you're going. Chosen one. The enemy keeps reminding you of what you lost because he fears what you're about to receive. If he can keep your heart filled with regret, you'll never recognize God's new direction. If he can keep you grieving yesterday, you'll miss today's opportunity. That's why God says, lift up your eyes. Not to look at the past, but to see the new path I've already prepared. Chosen one. There is someone listening today who still checks old messages, still revisits old memories, still wonders if certain people will come back. God sees your heart. He understands your pain. But today He gently whispers, you don't need them to return in order for my promises to be fulfilled. Your healing is not waiting on an apology. Your future is not waiting on someone's decision. Your destiny is not depending on people who already chose another direction. It has always depended on me. Chosen one. Remember how Peter stepped out onto the water the moment he looked away from Jesus? Fear took over. The same happens in life. When you keep looking at your losses, fear grows. But when your eyes return to God, faith begins to rise again. Your focus determines your direction. Keep your eyes on the one who never changes. Chosen one. God says, I have already prepared people who will value you without you begging for attention. There are friendships ahead that will bring peace instead of confusion. Relationships that will strengthen your faith instead of weakening it. Doors that will open without manipulation. Blessings that won't require you to compromise your integrity. That's what happens when God is the one leading your steps. Chosen one. The next season of your life won't be built on desperation. It will be built on peace. You won't have to chase every opportunity. God's favor will bring the right opportunities to you. You won't have to convince everyone to believe in you. The right people will recognize what God has placed inside you. You won't have to force open every door. God Himself will open the doors no one can shut. Chosen one. Don't let temporary heartbreak become permanent unbelief. Don't allow yesterday's disappointment to steal tomorrow's miracle. The God who removed something from your life already knew exactly what He was planning to replace it with, and His replacement is always greater than your regret. Very soon, you'll stop asking, why did I lose it? Instead, you'll begin thanking God, Lord, thank you for not giving me what would have kept me from your best. Your greatest blessing is no longer behind you, it's already on its way. Chosen one. If you've stayed until this final part, then perhaps this message was never a coincidence. Perhaps God wanted you to hear these words before you made another decision based on fear, regret, or disappointment. Because today, God says, stop chasing what I've already removed. The future I prepared for you is greater than anything you've been trying to hold on to. For so long, you believed that your happiness was connected to something behind you, a relationship, a dream, a career, a friendship, an opportunity. You convinced yourself, if only I could get it back, everything would finally be okay. But heaven says, your peace has never been hidden in your past. It has always been waiting in my presence. Chosen one. There is a reason why God never asked Lot's wife to look back, because looking back at what God has already delivered you from.
Chosen one. As this message comes to an end, carry this truth with you every single day. What left your life did not take your destiny with it. God's purpose remains. His promises remain. His love remains. His faithfulness remains. And the future He has prepared for you is far greater than anything you've been trying to recover. So stop chasing yesterday. Stop mourning what heaven has already released. Lift your eyes. Lift your faith. Lift your expectations. Because the God who closed one chapter is about to open another that exceeds every prayer you've ever prayed. Chosen one. God's best is never behind you. His greatest blessings are still ahead, and the life He's preparing for you will make every painful goodbye worth it. Your past has been released. Now walk boldly into the future God has already prepared for you.